That's good. Alright. Let's go. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Well, that says... Yeah, let's test it over here. Barely any. It says it's very wet. Brentomania! What's up? Look at that. I'll give that a minute or two. We really need to get out here, get these blueberries picked. Still says it is super moist. According to this, we don't need to water today. So we'll pick it up and we'll water tomorrow for sure. Let's go find a bed that we know is absolutely, positively dry. We need to test this shit out. Do first. Alright. Yeah, that is dry as a bone. Okay, so this thing might actually work. Yeah. See, that's super dry. So it's working, which means our blueberry patch is still very wet. We don't want to overwater it. For those that don't know, this is a hydrometer or moisture meter. We are making sure that it's working appropriately. Just went out, stabbed the ground around some of the blueberries. I'm going to head back over there and stab it around the rest of them. Make sure that that ground's doing good. If it's doing good, then we just go inside and deal with that shit. It was 94 today. 94 fucking degrees. When I tell you that I was fucking not having that shit, I mean it. Ugh. Redonkulous. Alright. Let's come over here. See, that says that's wet. That's like almost too wet. We don't want to overdo it. You overdo it, you wind up stressing the plants out that way, wind up killing them that way. It's not what we want. Yeah, that's wet too. Alright. We got these blueberries. So definitely gonna water tomorrow. according to the hydrometer. Not today. Alright. Hey, Isra Gaming World. Okay. Stop, Wolf. Shut up, dude. The hydrometer says that the ground is still wet. So we probably... Shut up, dude. We probably shouldn't water until tomorrow.
Oliver, that's a good thing.
Yep. Lord knows how often they were overwatering it over there. Granted, that might be why it has such green, but... Okay, so...
Wolf, now you can go to bed.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Jesus. No, Oliver, don't get excited. Don't get excited. No problem. Is your gaming world? Probably just butchered it the second time. Oh, heavens. Kids, get out of here. Ain't no party like a puppy party, 'cause a puppy party is rad. Shut the fuck up, dog. Alright. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wait until my bro's done. Oh my god, how hot is it in here? It's 82 degrees. No wonder my wife had that fucking... looks like the lizard's enjoying it. I was gonna turn that light off, but give my brother a chance to move past the camera before I switch it over and face it the opposite direction. It is still like 90 degrees outside. Hey, the angled cannon, I remember you from yesterday. Yes, right. We played the Oculus. That's my wife's Quest 2. She got my hand-me-down. She went out and bought me a Quest 3. I play the shit out of that. Hey! Fuckers! Get out of here! Biting my thumb and shit. That was an awkward middle finger. I play Thrill of the Fight 2, which I kind of like. I'm like right in the middle of sucking ass on that game and just doing terrible, and or being like super good. All I know is it's probably one of the best exercises that you will ever get from a video game in your entire life. It's fucking so hard to play. I also like playing Onward. I'm hoping that my bro will play Onward with me. He's got an Oculus, but he likes to play not Zenith. That game's trash. Especially since they stopped modding on it.
Who found it?
Who found what?
My shoe.
I don't fucking know. It wasn't me. She been looking for her shoe. Hey, monkey jar. Something smells like duty. Honey, what did you just do? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Well, you know.
Okay, so today we are doing the curls that we didn't do yesterday. Initially, are you walking past?
Did
Initially,
you find my shoe? How is my shoe now in the bathroom in plain sight when it hasn't been there?
that's what I told you. I saw it because I didn't see your other shoes, and I was like, "Honey, did you find your other shoe? And I was, well, no, it was, honey, where'd you take your shoes off at? And you were just like, the bathroom. And I was like, oh, okay. So the shoe that's in there isn't your other shoe. It must be the shoes you just took off. And I was just like, there's no way that's her shoe because it's been missing for so long. This house has got to be fucking haunted as shit. Okay, and this ghost is taking us for a freaking ride. Ha!
Oh, fuck.
Now, let's see if my body will let me curl 50 pounds.
You know, we should get you, Micah, a charger for like an old battery pack that you can recharge for that.
Yeah.
I mean, they do
Things
make
go
them.
bad eventually, though.
True.
But like all things.
I was looking up funny quotes. My coworker, kind of, knows all of those funny quotes, and he will bust them out every now and then, just out of the blue, including the "I never forget a face, but in your case, I'll make an exception." Okay, here we go. Walk 12 miles, possibly 13, depending on the app that I use.
I'm surprised you didn't start charging your watch yet.
Fucking holy shit, it's still out in the car!
The thing's in one of those two boxes over there.
Alright, let's do this first. One. Three. Four. Five. 6. 7. 8. Oh, fuck. Normally I can get it to 9, but not today. Whew. That was difficult. What are you doing? No. Duchess! No! She keeps trying to jump up. That is not how you get the attention you want. We've been over this! And over this, and over this, and over this, and over this, and over this. Whew. I must confess, I was born at a very early age. Go! Why do you even want to hang out in here? It is literally the warmest fucking room in the whole house. All you doggos need to get the fuck up on out of here. Yeah, but what are you doing, kitty cat? No. Absolutely. Nope. Nope. Get up. Get out.
Poor girl.
No! No, poor girl! She literally lays right in the middle of our little area. Oh, fuck no. That is a terrible excuse. I'm not a person you want to be around while I'm working out. Especially when I'm picking this thing up, right here. Right here. See this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Terrible idea to get between that and the floor, okay? And my nose gets so oily from all of the sweating throughout the day that my glasses keep trying to make a one-way trip off my face. Stay there. Okay? Are you gonna stay there? I doubt it. Okay. Starting a new page for workout. We almost had 25 likes. 5 likes. Awesome. 7 views at the moment. That is great news. Now, 25, 6, 30, 8, K, B, C's. Sweating my ass off. Whew. Curling weights and taking care of animals. Now let's get to it. The first animal that we're doing is one that I think is a little bit stressed by the heat. We do tend to keep it on a lower shelf than the other animals due to its need for cooler temperatures. This is our Vietnamese centipede. It is primarily seen as an insectivore. However, centipedes, especially larger ones, have a tenacity for going after whatever they can find. They are very venomous. Thank you, Israel Gaming World. She is sprawled out, trying to cool herself off. Look at that. She is huge. Now you want to make sure that she's got plenty of humidity. I don't think we need to go and give her what she's already got, though, due to the level of humidity that's already going on in this house right now. It's already fairly high and it's already fairly hot. So, ooh, sorry, baby. Hi, Rose. Look at that. Ain't that just adorable? There we go. Just chilling out on the surface. Why are there so many flies around him? He's alive. We just saw him move. Other than the flies, they're not landing on him, they're landing around him. Oh, he's fine. Hims is just getting some sleep. Typically speaking, I think they said 3 or 4 years for this centipede, but I could be mistaken. To answer that question, let's get the lid back on the cage and go and track down my tablet. Good Lord. Where's my tablet over there? On that bread, then it would have, had breakfast at once and then sandwiches. I'm just looking for an option so I can come out and do something great. Definitely worth the trick. Definitely worth the dream. All right. Come on. I just swiped up to unlock the screen and it shut itself off. I just love that. You know, it's so much fun.
Our Halloween show has definitely been a little scary. One of you will be checking out the chef that's leaving us to me.
It comes outside if rainy here. So Rosie is apparently in an area that has large centipedes.
Our Halloween show has definitely
Rose, not Rosie, Rose.
one of you will be checking out the chef that's leaving us to me.
Oh heavens.
The zest for life that you have is contagious. Everybody enjoyed it. You gave us a show, buddy. Thank you very much. The coolest thing is I got to play with God.
Oh fucking hell.
Of course, there's disappointment. I wanted to win, but we'll still go.
Oh my fucking god, do what I want you to do already.
You're alive. This next challenge, I want you to serve up the judges an incredibly savory treat. I hear savory treat.
That's not what oh my god.
So there's a treat, and that is you can pick your own protein. It's your gift. You only get that sound aisle 6. Yeah, this is why we like
Oh shit.
single aisle.
Scolopendra subspinipips. Subspinips. That right there. Scolopendra subspinips. Can live between 5 and 10 years. There we go. Because they make pretty good pets. You don't have to worry about them constantly trying to get out so long as they're happy. Even now, when it's probably a little bit too warm, this critter is doing pretty well. It's not constantly trying to get out. Oh, Mimi, we'll see you later, friend. But yeah, we're going to have it for a while. It is dangerous to some extent. These centipedes pack a punch. They can be, in some cases, not many, but some cases, lethal because of the amount of pain that they'll put you through. But again, that's only if you try to piss it off. People don't understand that most insects and arachnids don't go out of their way to try to bite you. The only time you typically get bit is when you fuck with them. Which, coincidentally, owning one is like the ultimate version of fucking with them. But, you know, which is a turn of phrase for those that don't have a turn of phrase. It's a phrase. It's not, we don't do that kind of thing. But that's how you really go to the hospital. Oh shit, I forgot to put the cage clamps on. Suddenly dawned on me that some people might not understand what these phrases mean. And I'm just like, oh my god. They must think that we're terrible people over here in the United States. Yeah. Generally speaking, we don't try to pick up the spicy multi-legged danger noodle. Okay. He's fine where he's at. We're fine where we're at. That is the ultimate fuck around and find out lesson. You're going to get bit, and then you're going to find out the hard way that that's not what you want to go through. All right. Now this next animal, or these next animals, if we get to see the female this time, are Monosyntropus balfouri tarantula. We go through and we take care of all of our tarantulas. I need to get back to writing poetry about animals so that we can learn about other animals too. But all right. Now that right there, the little one that's hiding, that is our female Monosyndopus mufferate tarantula. And the male is 6 years old, and as far as being a male tarantula goes, that is incredibly old. In most cases, tarantulas tend to die off after 3 to 5 years, with 2 to 3 being as adults. She's in kind of stress curl. I hope she's doing okay, but she should be. They've got this whole place wired for sound when it comes to how their habitat is set up. And this fucking phone is being so glitchy. Are we attached to Wi-Fi? Oh my god. Phone. This is how I break it. I lose my temper. You're not connected to Wi-Fi yet. I'm on phone. There we go. We put them in resin molds. Ooh. Hopefully, now that we have it connected to the internet, the Wi-Fi, it will start glitching less. I'm not sure where one of those resin molds is. The whole reason we do that is so that we don't like outright lose them. Yes, resin molds. Where are all of our resin skulls that have our tarantulas in it? So did I. I went and looked. I didn't see it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Lord have mercy. Well, it's somewhere around here. I really hate the fact that we have stuff floating around that just seems to disappear. Honest to God. Find it eventually, but I'm not going to spend all night looking for it. That would be a waste of time. I'm going to go find a head wrap real quick. Because it's not going to get any colder anytime soon.
I'm mentally hitting myself in the face. What is on that picture? That's not how you cook.
All right, judges, this is single aisle showdown, the aisle of terror. And we have got savory treat. First up, Chef Christopher. Chef, what do we have? We have is the graveyard smash. On the bottom is fried snow crab claws, cauliflower, and carrot marshmallow puree. So enjoy.
Sweating so much. Something tells me somebody had a little bit of an accident on Highway 30. Okay. Nope. No. 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 Okay, fine. Ugh. Yeah, is that what you wanted, Scritchy? Don't burp in my face. You're so rude. Then again, she could pass gas and I'd just fucking die. Yeah. Where are you going? Huh? Where are you going? This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. No, don't lick me in the face. I know where your fucking tongue has been. Go on. Go on. You think you can't be dragged into this, kitty cat? What are you guys doing? You guys are keeping me from the kitty cats, is what you're doing. Can I see you? Yeah. Oh, touch us.
This was savory treat, and it was very difficult because it was the Isle of Terror. Unfortunately, one of you have to go to the dark side and be checked out. The chef that will be checking out will be.
It's a little bit warm. I won't hold you for long. Don't you have some plain? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Before you go, you told me about cats in the back.
Cats in the vet 4 times this week, so
And that's what you wanted the money for. So it wasn't even about you. But I just got to tell you something. You're just such a sweet.
We have been doing okay. It's been, like I stated before, it's been 94 degrees here. Jesus Christ! Is there anything on the Concerned Citizens?
I'm looking.
It's a whole damn brigade out there. We have 2 cats. This one's the noisiest. This one's the troublemaker. Oh, you guys can't see him very well. Are you gonna go play with him? Are you gonna go play with him? You have a little cat fight right there. Yeah, they are.
The world's largest box of this breakfast favorite included more than
What did you do? What did you do? All right. Yeah. St. Helens, Columbia County. Kind of turning into downtown Detroit. A little bit too much entertainment, so to speak. Now, guys, guess who's out of her den? Our beautiful little Ducky the tarantula. Hopefully they got some of the oily goop off of there. it felt safe.
Great. Here we go, guys. 3, 2,
Okay, here we go.
go. Good luck. As soon as guys make me run to the bone marrow, and I just talk with roasted bone marrow, seared and fresh sorrel, black garlic vinegar. First ingredient, I grab my blood orange, and then I just hit the ground running. I just doing the same from playing dirty hand.
Ugh.
Experience of the bone furnace. Bang, there's the bone marrow. Bang, there's the chicken livers. The alcohol,
Whew.
so we're reducing the chicken livers. Makes total sense. I want spread. Flavor and bring it all together. The blood oranges, that has to be acid. Cut. The richness of these two ingredients. All of a sudden I see that garlic and I'm gonna rock it. I know the air is cold. Right in my oven. And then get my halibut. Ready to go. I share my French radishes, my black radishes. I'm squeezing out the black garlic, the blender, give another great bit of flavor. Then using that bitter to make that black garlic a little mild lemon to round it out, and making the vinaigrette out of that to really gripe all the radishes and so perfect that is black garlic.
Okay. Now, we are going to carefully get well, of course, we only see what comes off of the news stations and off of social media. So it never ever paints a good
Get my
picture.
garlic in the pan, I put my chicken livers in the pan, squish them down, and generous amount of bread goes to that pan. So what we got cooking, we're looking like a simple
Just shock and awe sells.
got 11 minutes. Feel good about this. I'm good for it. Winning up to $20,000 would be amazing because I can take my wife to the parties. It will be our first thing that it's on honeymoon. I look at the clock, like you start stirring my fish, get a slow, golden brown crust on it. I take the marrow out of the dog. I want
Look
to put more refined.
at this beauty.
Accentuate the halibut rather than being this big, clunky bone right on the plate. 2 minutes, Chef. 2 minutes left. I'm gonna make a salsa.
Look at her. So this is a green bottle blue female. Although that looks an awful lot like a molt mat, I don't think that she would be pre-molt already, given that she only molt like 3 months ago. This is a semi-arboreal tropical tarantula from South America. They like to have it semi-dry, or mostly dry, because they come from a peninsula that gets a lot of crosswinds. That's weird. They love anything that wriggles and moves. Although I'm pretty sure with a booty like that, she is not hungry. Look at how much she's matting down right there, though. That is very peculiar. Now we're going to reach in there. Oh, yeah. Wow, that is really bright. So that right there is some leftover food. It is what happens to the prey items that she goes and sucks dry after envenomation. Ooh, it's hot. And this is, again, kind of what tarantula ownership amounts to. A whole lot of oogling the tarantula. Look at her. Let's see if she'll want to move around a bit more in the darker setting. Incredible. She has been kind of eating quite a bit. I managed to take the last little bit of food out because she didn't seem hungry, which is a red flag when it comes to molting. She could very well be gearing up to flip over again, and I could only imagine how big she'll get the next time. God, she'll be massive. All right. Let's go and put the lid down. And we're going to go and get legs out.
Well, Chef, you've done a fantastic job. Can't thank you enough. I would love to be the guy to award you both, but unfortunately, one of you is going to be checking out. Chef will be checking out. Will be. Chef, let me just say this.
Good Lord.
What I'm so impressed about is that this is not
I'm gonna go get that water bottle.
I have validation for the whole music community. You can relate.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Are you okay? Wolf, you feel like you've been mistreated too. As soon as I said I'm sorry, you rolled over and exposed his belly. He's like, well, if you're so sorry, Robbie, put my belly.
In my hand, I have a list of 10 items. You have 2 minutes on the clock to find as many of these items as possible. Each time you check off the list and put in your card,
This is really fucking hot.
$2,000. You grab all 10 items before the time is up, and you will
Ugh.
win $20,000. That's how it is. Let's go. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. He's off the line, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We're looking for orange dessert and coconut.
I sweat so much last night. In this heat, definitely not blanket weather. But I can't sleep without it. So it's just like I woke up and it was like an outline of me on the bed. Oof. Now, the next tarantula is a Theraphosa apophysis. Now, I don't know if you guys know. Oh, I almost forgot. Where did I put that tablet?
This feels so surreal. It's taking me like almost 8 months to make 18 grand, let alone 2 minutes. And let
Woo, we got 8 likes. Say what? Hold on here. Do you have the time to do it?
somewhere in the universe, I know I will love it proud and will.
Refresh your avatar with
Look out for the food stuff that fly off the shelves at 4 chefs. Let grill, and cook your way to a big payday. Let's meet us. First up, Eat Free Love is an executive
That should do it. So, the link that I just shared right there is to my Venmo. If you want to go and donate money, but don't want to donate part of that money to YouTube, Venmo is the best way to do it for me. I don't have Cash App, things like that. I just have Venmo, and I'm definitely not putting my regular bank account information up there. That would be dumb. But anyway, get off of my... Not a toy. It's my fucking work boots, child.
I put it in later in life. For 12 years, I was in the travel and tourism industry, traveling over the world, and got really burned out. So, you know, I could do anything I could love to do in the world as a cook, and so I did. Now I'm a chef. Being blonde and 5'9" athletic.
Leave my boots alone.
So I'm getting good. I can work all the morning on the line.
What the hell? Good golly. Now, the next animal that we are going to be showing off is called a Goliath pink leg or pink foot, not pink toe, tarantula. For some reason, scientists decided to call the Vicularia vicularia the Goliath pink toe, which doesn't make any sense because it is one of the smaller species, in my opinion. This is Legs. Legs is a big gal, but she is not as big as she is going to get. This little monster will get approximately the size with her leg span as a dinner plate. She will be effectively a facehugger size tarantula. And she is a she, so she is going to be with us hopefully for a long time. The best way to make sure that that happens is to try to mimic her natural environment to the best of our ability in captivity. Now, right now, we're fairly close. It's all right for her size, but barely. So, what have we done? We've gone out and we've gotten ourselves a tote. Hey, Simon. Hey, Justin. And we are going to be spending time out on the porch again with our little, what is that called?
Soldering iron.
There we go, soldering iron. Making ventilation so that tarantula will have it good. Alright. When it comes to the Theraphosa, ooh, we got 9 likes. When it comes to the Theraphosa apophysis, one of the best ways to make sure that their captive environment mimics their natural environment is keeping the humidity up. Now, we don't have to mist it down a heck of a whole lot today because, let me tell you folks, the humidity is already fairly up there. And before you guys say, what the hell is on top of my head, it is called a sweat cap. Some call it a do-rag. I call it the only way I'm keeping the fucking sweat out of my eyes right now. This is not fashion, clearly. I mean, it does not go well with the glasses. Possibly the blonde goatee. But it does go well when it comes to keeping my face free of that salty bullshit. That phrasing. There we go. You're fine. Jesus Christ. I think she kicked hairs. I love Whitney and Sweat. And yet you're somehow single. It's mind-boggling. It makes no sense. Those two things combined equal the gym. Okay? With a swimming pool, but the gym. And that is not always but a place to meet women that's better than the club or the bar. The gym. Yup. It's either the gym, church, fishing, friends. Not family functions. Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to lift a little bit again. Let's go back this up a little bit. Let's hope it'll let us lift. Oh, 7. Oh my God. Whew. Hopefully that last one counts. That one was ridiculous. Ugh. By the way, that's 50 pounds. 8. Lifted at 8, 7. 7. Hopefully, my body will let me lift it until I get down to 4. Thank you, Jose. One of the best gifts I've ever gotten. Between that and the Oculus, whew, workouts are good. Now, you'll get there. I had to start out small too. 5'9", 145 pounds. Yeah, I recommend you try using creatine. You might have some side effects like frequent urination at first, but it seems to be affecting me pretty well. I think we're gonna have to feed the alligator lizard.
saute chef right now. I'm not in an actual chef position, and there's always people who realize
So this is the rough draft version. We're gonna get her some greenery down the road. This is where our La Ciudadora Para Habana wound up. I definitely recommend creatine. Make sure you're eating plenty of protein so your body can build up, and keep on your other vitamins. Because as you sweat, you're going to be losing a lot.
She said, listen, in the US, they have something called set school, where you graduate from the set. So, maybe in the United States, 12 years, we haven't done anything with it.
The first thing I did is cut off the ends and put it into the French block, and I added cayenne pepper, salt, and then black pepper. For green
Okay.
this flavor is very good on that front end. And then I did some shavings.
Oh wow, she is really close to the top.
Just add water and
Girl, what are you up to? This is what they do when you first put them into a new enclosure. They typically stay up on the sides. Hopefully, as the whole moving stress finally subsides, she can go and start playing with some of the dirt. But look at that.
Exactly like everybody else. Being diagnosed with Asperger's at the age of 20 was like a light bulb going off.
Okay, she is absolutely gorgeous. She is about a week post-molt, so feeding is coming up this weekend. This week, if we can get our hands on some crickets. Do you and your mom think you'll be out that way?
What?
Toward, closer to a Petco or PetSmart? Now, when it comes to, I really shouldn't put her away just yet. We got a little bit to talk about. When it comes to care for this particular type of tarantula, what you want to make sure is the humidity is up. She's got plenty of cross ventilation, which is what you see here. We spent a lot of time making this. Now we did have a little bit of a snafu right here. There's some UV resin used to fix some cracks that occurred when we set it down, or when I set it down to do some stuff. The plastic that's right through here was incredibly brittle. This plastic might be too, but this right here was ridiculous and damn near broke all the way across. So next time we go and work on this kind of stuff, we are not going to be doing any slats in this little area. We'll work on it here, across here, and we'll probably do some holes right there instead. But this gave her plenty of dirt to play with, and it gave her more room inside of her cage. So, and guess what? Built in, and you want to be very gentle with those, built in latching lids. Yeah, that's where it's at. All right. When picking it up, you don't want to go and pick it up by the lid. What you want to do is get your hands firmly up against the lip here. Use the edges of your hand to grip, like so. This is where upper body strength comes in handy. Always make sure when you're keeping tarantulas, they have the right humidity, the right temperature, they have an adequate water supply.
What we have here is pan-seared salmon with a maple syrup and bourbon glaze, and then a mayonnaise, asparagus, and some cayenne pepper, and now a couple plates for the start, and a little rosemary garlic.
Okay.
I'm a little Kentucky girl. Bourbon makes everything better. I wish you had given me a bigger hit of bourbon, but the sweetness is there, and my spirit is just a little bit. It's a really good meal, but is it 5 stars? Not so sure.
That salmon is really good.
Here we go.
Your sauce is nice.
Okay, so this animal is a, well, not a, an Asian forest scorpion. Look at that. She is looking so thick. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, one thing that all scorpions share in common is their natural ability to to glow in a rather unnatural circumstance. Case in point, when you introduce a scorpion to a black light, its exoskeleton, or rather a chemical in its exoskeleton, reacts to the UV light, causing it to shine under these circumstances. Now, this is a good way to track them down out in the wild, but do be aware that within 3 days post-molt, you might not be able to see them well, if at all, due to the fact that that chemical is not quite active yet. Usually you have to wait for the exoskeleton to harden in these animals to get this effect. Now, I'm going to go and stand a ways away. I'm going to show you. I'm probably a good 4 feet away. You're still seeing the glow here.
5-star seafood dish with 5 ingredients.
You'd be able to find them in the dark with little effort. I tried looking for scorpions in Northern California that way, and all I found were fluorescent toys or fluorescent paint. So I would come over like a little, I would see like a bucket or something, I'd come over and be like, oh, damn, it's a ball. It was very frustrating. And then I think it was on the last day that I was there going to go out and look for these things. They informed me that they'd never found one of those scorpions on their property. So now for this one, just a little bit of misting, not too much. Again, the humidity inside's already fairly substantial. We don't want to increase it too much, huh? Now, when it comes to weightlifting, I am about 5'11", probably 260 pounds by now. I've been on kind of a weight loss journey / workout kick for a while. Gotten to the point where 10 miles walking a day is pretty much nothing. I do that without even trying in some cases, because I know my routine, it's ingrained into my head, and unless something goes down where I need to be front and center, help control traffic or something, help keep an eye on somebody, generally speaking, I get free reign where I work. And so I walk. I walk and I walk and I walk. I walk some more. And once somebody thinks I'm done walking, I walk a little bit further. Today I hit, depending on the app that I was using, looking at, it was either 12 miles or 13 miles. all while doing my job, which is people watching. Now, we're going to lift up some weights some more. And then we're going to set our attention to trying to feed the alligator lizard. What time is it? We got a little bit of time.
I'll have to check the paperwork, but we might have to be appointed for waiting his shots.
I mean, that's not bad. Wolf's pretty chill.
Well, it's just the last time we were able to get in there because you guys you're, I don't know if it's like, you know, some kind of
Membership,
file there
basically.
or, yeah. So we'll see what's going on with that, and I will let you guys know.
Oh, I think I know where the little one's tag is. It's out in the grass. I forgot to pick it up yesterday. I don't know why it would be out there. Usually it takes a pretty substantial force.
The thing that holds it there is missing too.
All right. Now, 50 pounds. 50 pounds of bullshit. Okay, maybe not 50 pounds of bullshit. But it's 50 pounds. We've already lifted it 22? Yeah, 22 times. Nope. Whew. Yep. Yep. Alright. Woo, thank you. Took a trip to the Dalles. That must have been real pretty. Whew.
Quakertown is a different planet altogether. Not being able to use traditional lasagna ingredients, you had to come up with something with that same sense of lasagna. Potato lasagna, but get the potatoes blanched up, double fried, which would give that nice crisp caramelization of the side and something with pasta. With the pancetta, I added onions and peppers.
So we've done 27 now. Maybe we can do another set of 5. Who knows? Okay. Let's try to get some decent sized roaches.
Okay, this is Mexican, don't go Mexican lasagna. So, doctor, I'm about to squeeze a little fresh lime juice in there, I added some cilantro, simple and fresh. It is very important to make sure that it looks like lasagna. I'm gonna layer on the tortilla. So I start with one tortilla and then one layer of ground pork. I set a tortilla on there, and then I put ground pork and then beef as my second layer. I top it with cheese and a little bit of sauce, and then I feeling really confident.
Here we go.
I got this new one and I threw it in with my onions. Chorizo fat in there. Blended it up. Sour cream, eggplant sauce, eggs.
These
You guys want to try it?
are the favorite food of our precious little girl here. Woo!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now we're only going to give her 4 today because she's looking a little bit on the chunky side for an alligator lizard.
Welcome to round 2 in the first time ever for the ingredient list. So the chef had to make lasagna, starting off with Chef Dustin. Please, play the show.
By the way, thank you for the 13 likes. I do appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe. In the off chance that anybody wants to donate, there's a link to my Venmo. That way you don't need to partially donate to YouTube. Give her a second. Good critter. I'm gonna have her go after it like this.
Next up, Chef Felipe. So what we have here is eggplant chorizo fiesta lasagna. Have some sour cream with some juiciness.
Now they have a pretty substantial bite for us for their size. I've been bitten in the neck by this particular species of lizard before, and it is quite fear-inducing. Although it doesn't really damage you, it just hurts. Think of like when you get pinched by a crayfish, and you're just like, "Oh God!" and then afterwards you're like, "Oh, okay."
Finally, we have grilled mozzarella with meat filling is Italian sausage, pancetta, and black beans.
Give her a second to digest those.
Chef Keith, what I love again is you gave us components of an Italian lasagna and then you made it your own. And I put every bite into that smoked mozzarella, the creaminess of the black beans, the potato, between the things right now. It was perfect.
I love this.
You got a little bit of a lump in your throat there, child. You might want to swallow.
I want repetitive flavors that are layered. I'm having a hard time understanding what lasagna is. I knew the flavors well, but I hope that my innovator will post what this stuff. Thanks, Chef Master Kitchen. I like that one.
Last but not least, the largest one we've got.
This is one of those challenges you couldn't sit in there and go home with a crystal and
That was so fun. When we got on that list,
She absolutely loves dubia roaches. She loves dubia roaches more than she loves crickets. You want to know how I know that she loves dubia roaches more than she loves crickets? Because I guarantee you with a cricket, she'd never want to get that close to me. But with a dubia roach, she'll take it right out of the tongue like that. Absolutely fantastic. There you go, baby girl. She's gonna be a beast when she gets done growing up. Alligator lizards typically eat for 3 days. And this is the best diet for them that I know of. Every 3 days. You just don't want to overfeed them. And yes, they might act like they're still hungry. But just like a person chasing treats, you don't want to let them eat too much. I should know. When I originally got my position in security, I was about 340 pounds. Food was great. Alcohol was something that I had just kicked. And it had ballooned me up into just somebody that was woefully overweight. Let me check something. Okay, so the chat really has died that much. It's okay. We're not done yet, folks. Now, we do have cage clamps up on her cage, not because she's probably going to get out, but because we do have cats that can try to get in. And cats, as you well know, are incredibly intelligent animals. You do not want to give them the chance to flip a cage open and crawl in and kill your pets. So cage clamps are a must when you have creepy, crawly critters. Another thing to think about is if your cage, God forbid, falls over. Do you want your tarantula or other animal to be in a glass or plastic cage? Now, we just got Little Bee's cage up in the other room in plastic. Legs is going to be up in plastic soon. Some of the other animals are in their forever cages. Like, they are as big as they're going to get, so they're going to remain where they're at. And again, there are some who could probably move into larger ones if they molt again. And if that were to happen, I'd like to get more either plexiglass or plastic cages. Like here in the Pacific Northwest, we are expecting a massive earthquake at some point. Right. I'm not saying it's even going to happen in our lifetime. I'm just saying that we're due for one. That massive earthquake happens, my cages fall, anything in a glass cage is probably more likely to get unalived. The snakes I want to get set up in some PVC cages that should be sturdier in case there is some sort of natural disaster. Now this is our Lassie Oceano. By the way, 14 likes, guys. You guys are amazing. Not gonna lie, that is fantastic. Now, because the humidity in our house right now is looking really high for being inside of a house, we're not gonna go and miss this cage. He's probably just fine the way he is. Now, the common name for these animals is Brazilian blue violet tarantulas. You might be able to see some of that violet right there. This is an adult male. Let's see, can we kind of see a side profile of that tibial hook right there? And he is missing a few urticating hairs. Huh. I wonder why. You know, it's almost as if this little tarantula decided that he was going to go and take a little bit of a walk inside the house, and I had to go and catch his ass. And of course, when you go to catch a tarantula that doesn't want to be caught, one of the first things that they do when they're a New World tarantula is throw their ass hairs in your face. They get a little asinine with their behinds, alright? It's ridiculous. Now, these guys are insectivores. They like to have it dirty. They're not known for climbing too much, although since these males, we have two, hooked out, they have been trying every once in a while to get to the top of their cage to find themselves a female, because male tarantulas know of only one thing that they seek once they mature, and that is, and they get made into food for eggs that get displayed. Something like that. My ability to off the cuff poetry right now is pretty shot to shit. This is our other. Would you stop telling me the orientation's off? It is not. YouTube's just ridiculous. This is our other Lasiociano sazamai. Their original scientific name was Pteranopelma sazamai. Might have been something before then, but I was raised with the Pteranopelma sazamai, and I was not a happy guy when they decided to change the scientific name, because you know how hard it is for somebody that suffers from mild smooth brainitis to learn scientific names, and just to have some scientists go, you know, I found this blemish on this Pteranopelma sazamai. If every other Pteranopelma sazamai has the same blemish, can I just name it something else? Because I found a discovery. Fucking the yuck. Some of us have a hard time with scientific names. Freaking douche canoes out there. Oh wait, I'm gonna use this cage to get the other cage up closer to the camera. So we'll keep bring it back.
Judge is going to deliberate, chef, and then after we go to the kitchen, I'll call you back when we have a decision. Thank you. Where you at?
And this is one of those challenges, it's incredible pluses.
Okay. This cage
Alright, Judge, final answer? Yeah. Chef, come back in, please.
belongs. Oop.
Both your burgers were. Checking out.
To our Harpagdira pulchripes male. There he is. Now what gets me is that the male Harpagdira pulchripes tarantulas kind of have a similar pattern to what we construe as a typical house spider here in the United States. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit startling when this male finally matured out, and I noticed that he was kind of a similar bland color, not quite. There's a little bit more. What would you say? A little more shade of maybe purple or gray in the legs, but I was just like, hey fella, I feel like I've seen you here before. These are an arid species typically found in the wilds of Africa, in the grasslands or close to deserts. They love living underground. They are considered to be heavy webbers, as you can see. Very much insectivores due to the fact that their size tends to remain relatively small. But they are considered medically relevant due to their venom's potency. Again, like I keep saying, almost, if not always, every single live, broken record, There's only one known death that was directly caused by a tarantula bite. It was not the venom nor the placement of the fangs themselves that cost the person their lives. It was actually the bacteria that was transmitted in the bite, via the bite, if you would, that cost the individual, child, their life down in South America. Now, there are species of spiders that can kill you. I'm not going to lie. There are some arachnids out there that kill adults and kids with ease. Don't play with those spiders. Do not play with the Brazilian wandering spider. Their bite is not all right. No. Today is a freaking. At least we got the alligator lizard fed. Yeah, you gonna use that energy to go wreak havoc on your cage now? Once we get some more dirt set up, I'm planting plants in her cage. You okay, honey?
Yeah.
Is it 9:30?
9:31.
My internal clock's getting pretty good. Okay. So, before we go and deal with the roaches, possibly our last set. Animals. Oops. Go take care of these critters. Oh, you got on camera, honey. Thanks. What are in these?
Extra earbuds.
No, okay. Because I use those when I go to sleep. Well, not just because of you. Now the AC unit's overbearing when it comes to my hearing.
Really?
Yeah. Also, there's the fact that even when the TV's turned really low, for some reason I can hear it through the wall. So those earbuds help cancel that out, so it's a non-issue. Only when it's super loud am I like, oh my god.
So often.
Ha ha ha. This is our Brazilian white knee. She looks like she could use a meal. I wonder if she'd actually be hungry. Hold on. There is a way to tell. Don't really have really super small ones out right now. Ugh. And what we do, if we're unsure that a tarantula is going to eat, we decapitate the dubia roach that we're going to feed it to. Well, that we're going to feed to it.
Oh.
What?
Maybe a burger for tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. There we go. She might not be hungry. She is an adult female, so her eating habits have dwindled.
I'm gonna have to pick up more bags when I go.
Her cage is really dry, so we are gonna go through. You're okay.
Firefighters were lured into a deadly trap when they now revealed. Also breaking news of this hour involving the Idaho college murders, suspecting at least.
Do you want me to save the slides? I'm using
Wolf, get out of the way, kid. Wolf.
Tonight, just as millions travel for the 4th of July, those strong storms and damaging winds along I-95. Philadelphia and New York City, 24 hours before tracking them.
New York City? Is that what they just said? Tornadoes, New York City. New York City, though. That's not what you consider in Tornado Alley.
Is 13 really an unlucky number? We'll believe that.
Is 13 really an unlucky number? We're really cracking into the stories of a lifetime here.
It has everything to do with like trying to have a nice spin within the news within a day, you know.
I really hope they give that guy the D sentence.
I had to get a size 12.
My goodness, honey.
I tried a different one in 11.5 wides and
Duchess, no. Get out. You cannot be in here until I am done. Oh.
Tonight, authorities say the suspect who
He's dead, I think, Critter. Who's... Oh, the shooter? Good. I'm so freaking mad. Of all of the agencies to target, the people that have done nothing but help individuals. That's like going after paramedics. What the fuck is wrong with individuals? What?
I found something I think you might like.
What?
How's that size?
Yes! How much were they?
Like $5.
$5? I better make them last then. Poetry doodles!
But
My...
those are slightly smaller.
Oh.
You said you wanted to find one that was fit in your pocket better.
That, you know that wide one that I got that I need to work through?
Yeah.
Fell out of my pocket twice while I was running at work today.
Yeah, you said you wanted smaller ones. They had the size you normally get, but that looked a little bit smaller.
Good job.
What?
What? Come here. Come here. Come here.
Pick them up like that.
That's how you're supposed
I know, I
to.
still hate it.
Did you fart while I picked you up?
I scared the gas out of me.
Police exchanged gunfire with the suspect, later using cell phone data to pinpoint his location in a wooded area. And then 6 hours later, authorities removed the suspect's body. Just
No,
as the wildfire.
that just-
Is there indication that he used that found beside him himself? Yes. Overnight, police and firefighters in that solo procession.
Is this what you wanted, baby? You know, you're much too warm to be trying to cuddle at night. It's like having a little freaking microwave beanbag trying to come in to cuddle. But he is so cute.
Part of the day. He was sprawled in the over by the back door where it was warmest.
And David, the sheriff telling me the suspect had no known criminal history, no ties to terrorism, they're pouring over in social media. I just want to give you a sense of how chaotic it was when the SWAT team.
Yeah.
tried to retrieve
That's
the body
you.
of fallen firefighters.
That's you, baby.
Fired themselves. And at one point, they were so concerned that that suspect would wheel around and try to.
He's looking over at the tarantula rack.
Vehicle off of
Yeah.
and then disable the firefighter vehicle, slashing their tires, and actually shooting into their engine blocks. What they face in that recession for their
There we go.
is also breaking into this hour, the Idaho College murder case, is now telling ABC News at this hour what would be a stunning term for defendant Ryan.
Go on,
After
Duchess.
after months of delays, the sources now say the defendant has agreed to. Here's ABC's Tina Goodwin.
Tonight, breaking news in the University of Idaho murder case. Sources tell ABC News the man accused of the brutal slaying of 4 college students, Ethan Chapin, Haley Gonzalez, and Madison Logan, has accepted a plea deal. According to sources, Brian Koberger will be guilty to all 4 counts of murder and will be sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences with no possibility of parole, and is given all rights to an appeal in this proposed deal. This is all in exchange for the death penalty to be taken off the table.
Just
In a letter provided to victims,
God!
the state will seek restitution.
I am so sick of our fucking government
For your family. And for
letting killers
justice to look different.
spend their lives in jail on the taxpayers' dime.
But at the same time, if you didn't go through this plea deal, then you'd have literally months, probably months and months of court battle going on at the, cost of the taxpayer. The families wouldn't get any kind of closure, and nothing would really be, resolved from this situation. So
We've got
I
it here
understand
better.
what you're talking about, but you gotta understand that there are reasons why they do this.
Well, hopefully there's some justice within the prison system itself, because that is so ridiculous.
His own party defined the president, refusing to support it. One senator saying he won't run again. And Elon Musk again warning against this bill now. Threatening Republicans who vote for it.
Tonight, Senate Republicans pushed through the massive tax cuts and spending bill on Trump's agenda.
That's full. This is good for America. It's good for the American people. Good for working families.
The bill includes roughly $4 trillion in tax cuts for the wealthy. along with
That's not the way it should work, though.
And fulfill some chunky budgets like no tax on tips and overtime. It also cuts Biden-era clean energy initiatives and slashes Medicaid, something Trump promised he would not do. A new estimate from the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office predicts some 11.8 million Americans would lose their health coverage over the next decade.
It's the biggest Medicaid cut in history and represents the largest transfer of wealth in history. It is caviar over kids, hedge funds over healthcare.
Trump insists the Medicaid cuts only target waste, fraud, and abuse. But a member of his own party, Republican Senator Tom Tillis of North Carolina, says the president doesn't understand his own bill.
So what do I tell 663,000 people in 2 years and 3 years? When President Trump wants to promise by pushing them off of Medicaid because the funding's not there anymore. When the White House
You are one stupid shake.
are not telling them that the effect of this bill is to break a promise.
Trump, furious with Tillis, threatening to primary him, but Tillis refusing to plead, instead announcing he won't run for re-election. Saying leaders who are willing to embrace bipartisanship, compromise, and demonstrate independent thinking of time and dangers. Republicans
All right, so these guys are clearly not done eating. We're not going to give them any more food until they clean up their mess in here. These are dubia roaches. The females have the thicker bodies with the patterning, and the males have the wings. The juveniles have a grayer complexion, and they do need to stay warm, and they do need to stay humid. Both, they definitely have where they are. There's what? Jason. Oh, I heard about that.
Someone's using their garage.
No shit. That could have turned out so much worse, too.
As always, weather is the X factor. Over the weekend, massive tornadoes rolled across the northern plains, and dozens of planes that Avengers Hartfield Jackson Air Force were taking out of service. Right now here at LaGuardia and other northeast airports, the rains are starting to pile up due to thunderstorms in the area.
Leave your scaly cousin alone. Not a toy. Mm-hmm. You're very adorable. It's incredibly disarming. Look at that face. He's so cute. Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh! Woo. Motherfucker! Get off. Get off.
An hour into deliberations, the foreperson sent a note saying they were concerned one of the jurors cannot follow your honor's instructions. That juror is a 52-year-old scientist with a doctorate in molecular biology. The note did not make clear what the issue was, and the judge sent back a note of his own, telling the jury to follow his instructions and return to deliberations. The 8 men forward and deciding whether Combs ran a criminal enterprise with his employees. Prosecutors said service the defendant's every desire for a methodical pattern of violence, coercion, and manipulation, procured drugs, and stocked hotel rooms with baby oil and lubricant. Holmes has denied all the charges, and the defense argued his employees were insisting on telling the jury, I don't expect that we're going to see CBS. The jurors are now deciding 5 criminal counts. The verdict, they'll fill out this.
Now, the alligator lizard has eaten these in the past. She is not thrilled by them.
Drug allegations that support the racketeering conspiracy charges. Then they went home for the day after about 5.5 hours of deliberations. They'll be back at it here tomorrow. Eric Petersky following this trial from the star of Eric Bank, the dramatic rescue tonight, the Disney Cruise rescue boat racing to a father and daughter after the girl fell overboard and that father then jumping in to try to save his daughter. Here they be superintendent now.
Tonight you're watching dramatic moments on the high seas. Rescue boat racing to a father and daughter who went overboard. The pair treading choppy waters. Watch as the crew on that small yellow boat from the Disney Dream pulled the two on board. The Disney ship was returned to Fort Lauderdale Sunday after a 4-night AMU cruise. As the girl somehow fell out and her dad jumped in after her. Gail Merritt was on board and heard from other passengers the girl fell from the fourth floor deck.
My sister was waiting outside on the fourth floor deck, and I figured something had happened.
An emergency code from man overboard went out on the ship's intercom, and the crew immediately went into rescue mode.
I think he was really heroic. I mean,
Get
he jumped in after her.
down.
I tried water, and he was just holding on to her.
Passengers thankful this wasn't worse.
I felt sick to my stomach. I had goosebumps the whole time, and I don't think I breathed until they returned to the ship. We all cheered.
Hey, that's it. We've got back in Florida tonight. Disney praising the crew for their swift action. David Fisher ended with us in rapid okay with your thanks to the economy tonight. The stock market setting new records. The Dow Jones jumping 275 points, closing at 40.
All right.
Tonight, the NTSB is now investigating the deadly plane crash in Ohio, not far from Youngstown. Authorities say all 6 on board were killed, including 2 experienced pilots and 4 passengers. The one successfully going down behind a home just after takeoff, just 2 miles from the plane. The second plane was headed close to Youngstown. Tonight, ESPN is now reporting that Detroit Pistons guard Malik Beasley reportedly under investigation for gambling related.
Whew.
Beasley's attorney says his client has not been charged and is asking fans to preserve judgment. The Pistons say they are cooperating with the investigation. Beasley was in talks to extend his contract with the team. Those talks now reportedly on hold. When we come back to tonight's record, we will see here in a moment star player Carlos Alcaraz and what he suddenly had to do Washington. Tonight record on players and spectators on the first day tournament. Temperature hitting 91 today. Shadows
All right. You guys have a good night. Stay safe. And remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news.